2/3 full at the moment.
And here we go.
The year they played that 5-hour, 53-minute final in Australia, the previous match, Djokovic had beaten Murray in over 4 hours, 7-5 in the fifth. And he was able to bounce back in this period of time. This is why they give these players the extra day finally, after all these years. So that he can recover for a match that's going to determine who the best player in the world is this year. This is a huge match for our sport. Obviously, for these two guys, it goes without saying.
The kind of exchange we saw in Australia when they played that final that lasted almost 6 hours. Lengthy rally. 30-15.
It's 21-15 Nadal career, but 11-6 Djokovic on hard courts. Pretty decided advantage on this surface.
Novak has said that hard court is where he feels most comfortable and confident. All. Djokovic with the most wins on tour on hard courts this year with 31. As we mentioned, Rafa unbeaten on hard courts this year with a record of 21-0.
When Rafa won this title back in 2010, it completed his career Grand Slam.
Ironically, the one time Djokovic has beaten him this year has been on clay. And he was trying to complete his career Grand Slam at the French in the semis, where they played the best match I've ever seen played on a clay court, 9-7 in the fifth.
Novak holds to start this championship match. The semifinal of the French Open was another epic between these two. In the fifth set, Novak ran into the net on an overhead that ended up costing him a point.
This was 4-3 deuce when he was up a break. Now, of course, you can make the argument that he should have lost in 4 sets because Nadal had a chance to finish him off. But that ended up giving Nadal the break back, and he pulled this thing out somehow. 9-7 in the fifth.
The match took over 4.5 hours. Rafa went on to win his 8th French Open title. It was head-to-head, 21-15, but Novak leads on hard court. Rafa in Grand Slam matches, but Novak with the edge in Grand Slam finals.
Oh, you had to feel for Novak in Paris. Had he not touched the net, he would have had an ad for 5-3 in that fifth set. And instead, he got broken at love at 7-8 in the fifth. 3 unforced errors, and very suddenly, a tremendous match was over. This guy won. But this year, it's been Nadal playing better tennis at the U.S. Open. In Paris, Djokovic was definitely playing better tennis. Nadal was tight. He struggled to find his form. He lost the first set in his first 2 rounds at the French. And finally made his way in. Finally, that semi against Djokovic was his best tennis. Djokovic has not played his best tennis here. Nadal has.
Just misses wide.
30 love.
And Sofia of Spain in attendance.
You can see there that Nadal threw down a serve at 120. He's going to have to do more with that serve. He's been laying it in for the most part. But against Djokovic, he will not get away with that. And you see him already up in his MPHs.
You see, Nadal did something good there. He served into the Djokovic body. That lefty serve into the body is something that Richard Gasquet could not solve in the semis. You know, normally you gird yourself against his slice lefty. You know, you're running at the ball. But when you have to run away from it, when he can get into your body like that, it's very, very effective.
This is a totally different league returning, though. Gasquet and Djokovic. Both goals, guys coming out pretty sharp. You can see that. Nice to see.
40-15.
They played a lot, but still feeling each other out here early. The nerves. Who's going to really get things going first? This is Sampras-like serving, you would think, but he's used other parts of his game to be able to hold all but one time. More than Pete, who could just toss down numerous aces, unreturnable serves. That clearly is something that Djokovic is going to do. Try to take that serve that Mary referred to, trying to slice it if he can into the body. He didn't get much spin there, so Djokovic able to extend his arm rather easily. That's the wind starting to kick up a bit. Not going to be easy for Nadal suddenly to start serving 5 to 10 miles an hour harder. Looks like there's some pretty serious pop, extra pop on the Djokovic ground strokes right now. Making an early impact.
Had a chance to talk to Rafa yesterday about this court. He said it's the most difficult court for him in the world because it's so big. He has to get used to it, and there's a lot of wind that he has to deal with. Marian Vida, Novak's coach. Hold for Rafa. Level at 1.
1 game over. Percent.
They have dominated the men's game. 34 of the last 35 Grand Slam titles.
Well, Andy's got 2. Novak's got 6. So Nadal and Federer with the great majority. 17 is Federer. 12 is Nadal and counting.
All but one of Novak's has come on hard courts. Of course, he won Wimbledon a couple of years ago.
Curves in and finds the corner.
He's one of the few guys that can take that vicious kick off the Nadal forehand and hurt him with his two-hander. But again, he's been, to me, a bit predictable with that two-hander, going almost all the time cross-court. He's got to be able to work that shot up the line as well.
All. There's Jake Garner, chair umpire for this men's championship.
Let's see how long it takes Nadal to move forward if he gets a second serve. So far, he's given himself a lot of extra room back there on the return.
These two played a couple of weekends ago in Canada. Nadal got Djokovic in a terrific three-setter. Djokovic said afterwards he was surprised by how hard Nadal returned him. And the beauty of this rivalry is that even after 36 matches, they continue to add things to their games to be able to beat each other. And frankly, it's something that the Federer-Nadal rivalry lacked. There was only so much Roger could do. But ultimately, Nadal found his one-handed backhand high and got him. This guy, he's coming to net more. He's more efficient. He's got more variety. His two-handed backhand can handle topspin that most other players can't.
Both guys, to their credit, have really improved their forecourt game, including the volley.
This guy right here has become, when he's not injured, I mean, an almost perfect fighting machine, hasn't he?
That's a careless shot by Djokovic. See if it cost him there. Basically half volleyed that off the baseline. It's a tough shot to hit that hard.
First break opportunity of the match, and it goes to Nadal.
Interesting spot. Djokovic put those balls almost. Nadal wasn't quite sure whether to go forehand or backhand. 3 or 4 in the same exact spot. Got him a little antsy there and missed a pretty easy ball for him. Wasn't quite sure whether they should go bigger on that forehand.
Southern volley.
There's Uncle Tony.
They probably hadn't planned on that at 1-all deuce. That Djokovic would surprise him with the serve volley there. Nice move.
A flurry of slice backhands from Nadal.
Well, as well as Djokovic covers the court, very surprised to see him completely caught off guard by that ball. This is that vicious spin we're talking about. And if he's disguising it as well as he apparently did there, it's going to be awful tough for Djokovic. Wasn't anywhere near that.
Another great chance.
Well, that's a tremendous return. You can see how far off the court Djokovic was. He should have buttoned down a bit and played a more loopy forehand deep, but instead tried to find a very tough angle there. Gives Nadal another chance to break.
Goes to Rafa. 2-1, the men's championship underway in New York. Rafael Nadal with the early edge here in this men's championship. Nadal number 2 in the world. In against number 1, Novak Djokovic.
Huge amount of people had just walked in, probably thinking this match would start a little later. And stadium finally starting to really fill up here. Surprised that Djokovic moved as early as he did on that last forehand. He allowed that shot by Nadal, the forehand. A little less pressure on him to make that shot. Good start by him. Don't kid yourself, there's still wind out there. It's going to have to be dealt with. Thankfully, it appears not to be as bad as it was yesterday in the ladies' final.
Djokovic quickly up love 30.
Well, I would be amazed in this best-of-5 set final that there's not numerous breaks. 10 minimum. Both guys great defenders, great retrievers. Novak, to me, the best returner I've ever seen on a court. You're watching a whole new level of defense these days in our sport. It's a careless ball by Novak Djokovic there.
And John, you were talking about the evolution of both players in their games, and Both have improved their serves dramatically. For Novak, it was once a liability, and now he's turned it into a weapon. Rafa has improved there as well.
They both want to get some free points, easy points, no doubt. It looks to me like Novak Djokovic playing with the wind at the moment.
30.
He's dictated most of this point. He's not going to be happy with that last shot at all, which is why he looked up at his camp over there in the corner. Not a whole lot they can do at this point, except keep positive.
Already 3 errors of the forehand side.
It's actually the Djokovic backhand that has been hurting him this tournament.
It's a helicopter that's distracting at the moment around the Arthur Ashe Stadium. So this is potentially 2 games in a row that
is what was distracting the players.
when quite easily Novak could and perhaps should have won these games. His concentration level appears to be slightly below that of Nadal's at the moment.
Novak just going after that return.
Well, that's a smart return off that serve. Look what he does here. Nadal's trying to slice it into the body. Doesn't get as much work on it as he'd like. That's a high percentage shot over the lower part of the net.
And short balls have never been more effective in tennis than they are now. There's so much spin on them.
Deuce.
So good.
Finally, lengthy rally ended, broken open by Nadal.
He hits so many different kinds of shots, Nadal, there, either in length or he'll flatten out a couple of them. And he just, Djokovic thought he was staying with him, and all of a sudden he goes hard and deep. And Djokovic just didn't see that, him breaking open the point like that.
27 shots in that exchange.
And he gives you so many different looks, Nadal.
Djokovic, to me, is the only guy out there on the tour that actually believes that he's going to win most of those type of points against Nadal.
That's good.
So far, that's not happening.
I'm a little surprised Nadal has gone so often to the forehand on these serves. Keep waiting for him to drag him out wide, open up the court for his own forehand.
So in Djokovic's mind, he should be up 3-1. Instead, he's down 3-1.
As Nadal consolidates the break. Tonight on Under the Dome with only 2 episodes left. You don't want to miss a minute of the summer's #1 show. A new episode tonight at 10, 9 Central. Under the Dome, only CBS.
If he really believes in his net play, there were a couple of opportunities there where he could have moved forward. And it looks, based on that this first set is highly important, to put it mildly. That is such a key shot for him. If he can hit that well, things will turn around. Because then that forehand of Nadal, this one, trying to get that kick, that spin on it, he'll blunt that weapon.
Djokovic started playing tennis at the age of 6 and had a one-handed backhand because he was copying Pete Sampras. At 7, he decided he needed a two-handed backhand because he wasn't handling the high stuff well.
It's about when you want to make a change, permanent change.
I mean, yes, he's had remarkable coaching and all that, but at 7, he knew.
Ironically, Sampras had two-handed backhand, and he switched to one when he was 12. Seems like both made the right decision.
Novak got to the top of the game. He went and met with Pete because he wanted to know the best way to handle the pressure of being one of the top players in the game and how to handle all the distractions that go along with that. He also wanted to be a good role model for the sport, as Pete was and as Roger Federer has been. Nadal at the early edge at 3-2. We'll be back after this word from your local CBS station. Coverage of the U.S. Open on CBS Sports is sponsored by Geico, TD Ameritrade, DirecTV, and by Emirates. Beautiful evening in New York. Aerial coverage of the 2013 U.S. Open Tennis Championships delivered by the United States Postal Service. As we welcome you back to New York, men's championship of the U.S. Open. Rafael Nadal up an early break, serving at 3-2.
Crowd still filing in, but both players deliberate, as expected in this huge match to determine the #1 player in the world for the year. That's how I see it. One of these guys is going to have 2 majors, the other 1. When Djokovic played that war with Del Potro, the 4:45 in semis of Wimbledon, he was hot in that final a couple days later. Here, conditions pretty good for him to be able to rebound, even though he played the far tougher of the 2 matches in the semis here. But so far, we have not seen his A game quite yet. The intensity to me is not as high as Nadal's. It's hard to be. There's no doubt about that. You got to show some serious will if you're going to deal with him. Because no one seems to want to win more than this guy. That wind is an issue out there.
And again, he's going into his body, going into that forehand. And he'll keep doing that till it stops working. Smart play. It's hard to get in front of that thing because first you got to get away from it.
Not only does he get there, but what a shot once he did. 4-2.
And if you can beat Djokovic cold, here's Djokovic getting himself into the net nice and tight. If you can beat him cold, where Novak realizes that the angle you've created isn't even worth trying to chase down. Boy, you're sending out a very good message. So fresh and alert, aware of the moments of these rallies.
The entire year until he came to Montreal, the hardcourt season, he had tape around that knee. He looked to be bothered at Wimbledon. Boy, is he moving well now. Djokovic tries that drop volley. And again, Nadal showing some speed and running basically twice as much. That point, got the job done. Another great flick winner.
Brilliant play. And again, Djokovic with no chance. Now he's triple break point down. This first set could evaporate in a hurry.
He's 2-4, love 30. And the way things are going, it sure seems like a triple break point, I'll tell you, because he is just getting soundly beaten at the moment. That is exactly what you want to do on a court, is force your opponent into very tough shots, low percentage shots.
Now the 3 break points.
I wonder a little bit about how he's come back after that 4-hour match, but just his head is just not into it enough yet to deal with Nadal, who's playing so well, and he's so focused. Could have been out.
An offer will challenge. We'll have a chase review.
Certainly worth the challenge. They'll give him the double break. And let's see if this is 5-2.
8 straight points for Rafa Nadal. 5-2 indeed.
He breaks it love, and he will serve for the opening set. After 36 minutes, Nadal with a brilliant start here in this championship. Back in New York, and a lot of notables on hand. There's Justin Timberlake. Leonardo DiCaprio. Jessica Alba. Sir Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin, all great tennis fans. So Rafa serves for the opening set at 5-2.
Someone tell Sean that Murray's out.
I don't.
Scots are.
Still likes the sport.
He loves the sport.
Yeah.
It's a joke. I'm trying to lighten things up. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Djokovic right now.
Djokovic with the first point, but 2 breaks down. It's always tough to come back in normal circumstances, but against a player like Rafa, nearly impossible. 15 all.
15 all.
And how likely was all of this when Rafa came back from his knee injury this past February? He played that little clay court event in Chile. Since that time, 11 tournaments coming into the Open.
He's clearly got some wind behind him now. He's frustrated. He's hit twice as many errors as he has winners so far. And he just absolutely unloaded on this. Just very upset with himself that he's gotten himself in this position early.
10 finals in those 11 tournaments. 9 titles. Remarkable. $15-30.
Yeah, that ball. Was that called out?
30 all.
Yeah, he missed that. That was a pretty easy for him. You're talking about a guy who's supremely capable and confident with the wind. You can see it just wide. Definitely wide, 30 all. He moved early. I'm not going to say he would have won the point anyway, but he's just, it's as if he hasn't shown up yet.
Set point for Nadal.
Mary, your point in the opening about him being physically weary is certainly, I hope it's somewhat physical, because mentally he doesn't seem right at all. He can get that second win, the proverbial second win here, because this so far it's been rough go for him.
Physical doubts create mental doubts.
42 minutes. Nadal takes the opening set 6-2. We're back ready to start the second set. A very telling stat. The loser of the first set has won the championship only once in the last 20 years, and that was Juan Martín del Potro when he beat Roger in the final in 2009.
I think Djokovic might have a better chance, and Nadal might have given himself a headache to putting that headband on. He was bouncing his head up and down.
In best of 5-set matches between these two, they've played 11 of those, and the winner of the first set has gone on to win the match 9 times.
The good news is that Novak Djokovic, who can be a slow starter at times, it seems almost like he's playing possum. He's got an appetite for long matches, for 5-setters. He's not afraid of that, which is a good thing when you face Nadal.
Well, that's all that hard work the last 3-4 years has gone into getting himself supremely fit so he can come back from this very type of situation. Just seems to be moving before Nadal hits his shot, which is really surprising. And that just takes a lot of pressure off Nadal. He just sees that and just goes to the open area. That wind is kicked up. It's tricky.
Some numbers. Nadal 80% first serve points.
Well, the big thing, Bill, you look at how many errors he's made. I mean, that's 6 winners, 14 errors. And you're getting half your serves in. I mean, that's why it's 6-2. I mean,
Rafa on a positive side of that. 7-4.
That bottom line, I thought was the bottom line. The best returner in the game, Novak Djokovic, hasn't had a break chance yet.
$15 unforced errors now. Against 6 winners for Novak Djokovic. Catches Rafa leaning the other way. There's Wojciech Fibak.
I'm not sure he's
Novak's team.
Maybe a bit of an advisor. That is a surprising move to see Wojciech in the mix. He's been trying to get Janowicz to, you know, get involved with him. That is the type of point and game he needs. Finally pumping himself up.
Maybe the best point of the match for Novak Djokovic. Let's show you what's transpired already today. Fast start for Rafael Nadal. This was break point at 1-all. So Rafa with the early break and showing great defense.
Well, not to mention foot speed and trickery there. It's been a great start for Nadal. No question about it. He's continued the form that has gotten him here. Let's remember, he's lost serve once. But this is like an entirely different level. The fact that he hasn't been down break point yet surprises me.
6-2 Nadal in the first set. Novak held the start. Set number 2. Opening service game of the set for Nadal.
You're seeing increased effort and sense of urgency from Novak here. Try to get a lead, imposing his will, which he has yet to do. But this is a best of 5. A long way to go, we presume. Perfect passing shot. Really tough volley for Nadal have to deal with there. Right off the shoestrings. You got to worry about spin and pace when you play guys at this level now when you approach the net.
Point from Nadal for 15-30.
And Nadal continuing to use that one-handed slice. This isn't a shot that he grew up using. But it keeps Djokovic low and on the other side of the court, and then he opens himself up for that huge forehand. And he's got such a solid smash, a much better one really than Djokovic's. He's bolder with it.
For dominating in the longer rallies. 15-30.
Why he is a bit wary of going wide to Djokovic's backhand. Nadal is not happy at the person yelling during that point. But I think it was more the returner serve, the excellent one. Djokovic, the reach he's got at 6'2.5". Agassi, Connors, those great returners, not as tall. Not as flexible, able to deal with the serve like that. Here's his, finally, he gets his chance. First chance to break here. 15-40.
Only once in 86 service games here this year at the Open. Double break point.
Yeah, he really put in a little extra on that one for sure. Close. We'll see if he challenges. There should be a time limit, but you know, this is the way players have been doing it ever since this challenge system came into effect. Nadal playing within the rules. And he goes back to hit a second serve. That's the hardest serve he's tried to hit today.
On Djokovic.
Again, Djokovic saying he's getting the slice backhand is killing me.
Well, he should use it his own slice. Bide his time. He's got it. He's developed a much better slice himself.
Still break point.
It's Djokovic's backhand, as we've been saying, that's been hurting him this tournament. Nadal seems to know that.
Well, I think Djokovic hesitated that split second, wondering whether his ball was going to go in, because he should have been on that ball sooner. That shorter ball, he shouldn't have had to reach for that ball. He should have been 2-3 steps closer. And he allowed the opportunity. Yeah, it was a great pass. Tough one. He perhaps could have put that shot away, Djokovic, and been up a break here.
Break point save, deuce.
Nadal's trying to get these people quieted down, at least during the point. That's another ball he waited on. Nadal ran around his backhand. He looked off the court. It looked like this. I got to say, it's much easier from up here. There's no,
it always is.
Yeah, of course. But look where he hit. He could have been 3-4 steps closer.
3 straight points for Nadal from double break point down. Djokovic a little discouraged.
Djokovic came into this match with twice as many backhand errors than winners. That is not like him.
Serve up the middle. Djokovic can't handle it. And another point to hold for 1-all. Level at 1. Let's take a look at our TD Ameritrade swing vision.
I remember watching Mats Wilander utilize this one-handed backhand that he developed in 1988 to help him win his only U.S. Open title and beat Ivan Lendl. I think they're getting rid of this, this loudmouth.
Yeah, security has been called behind Djokovic's end. Some stooge is getting removed from the stadium.
Well, he's been distracting to both players. That's the problem. Seems to want to talk during the points.
John, remember we were calling the French Open final earlier this year, and we were twice distracted by some idiots making fools of themselves. One of them ran on the court.
Almost started a fire. Just seems a little bit slow reacting to these shots later in the point. I mean, these are incredibly difficult shots to deal with. You've almost come to expect it when you watch Djokovic play.
20 shots in that exchange, again won by Nadal. 15.
Is wide, but that is a heck of an effort by Nadal.
Often mad at himself that he didn't get it.
Well, they're going to have people start practicing that slice forehand more often, too, because that was a wicked shot.
Rafa's dad, Sebastian.
Time I've seen Djokovic actually fake like he's going to move forward without doing it, trying to give some different looks to Nadal. Rare unforced error from him there. He's got to win his share, Djokovic, of those long points.
of the match.
No doubt.
For Novak.
I think it could have been the best shot he hit. And it's got to feel good moving forward and finishing it off. This guy, Nadal, is relentlessly making you hit that extra shot. He doesn't give up on anything. That was not easy, believe me. Good news for Djokovic. His intensity level is higher now.
2-1. Back with more of the U.S. Open after word from your local CBS station. Evening here in New York. There's the skyline just across the East River from the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Final day of the 2013 U.S. Open Men's Championship. Rafael Nadal won the opening set. One serve here in the second at 1-2.
Well, this is a little distracting for Rafa. There's people filing in right to his left. He plays on. And that ball, he uses that wicked spin to have that ball drop inside the baseline. Well, I guess that's a good part about the people being farther away in this huge stadium. You know, you're able to sort of soldier on. Like the old days where Lendl and myself, Connors, we might be here a while for the wrong reasons, as we see that excellent footwork by Nadal. That is one of the best points you'll ever see. Defense and offense.
23 shots.
There had to be 6-7 occasions where you thought the point could or should have been over, but these guys able to retrieve remarkably well.
And again, that shot there didn't exist 20 years ago.
Two-handed backhand angle off your back foot.
Into the side pocket.
Minnesota Fats here. Look at that.
Novak just digging, not giving up on anything but the point to Nadal, and it's 40 love.
He just can't believe that these balls are dropping in like that.
Again, the use of the short court now is, it's never been a better time to use this kind of stuff. That's Djokovic screaming in Serbian to his guys. It opens up the court for you. So much spin.
Remember, Nadal uses an extremely light frame to generate that type of spin.
7 of 8 at net for Rafa.
You're talking about some wicked spin and racket head speed.
And because he's got so much spin, he doesn't have to hit for the margins the way that Djokovic, who typically hits a lot flatter, has to.
Challenging the call on that first serve.
It's well lined. He doesn't have to go as deep.
Chase review.
Way out.
Way out. A lot of Nadal shots are about 10 or 12 feet from in front of the baseline.
Love game from Rafa, 2-all. Coming this fall, Academy Award winner Robin Williams returns to television with Sarah Michelle Gellar, The Crazy Ones. Premieres Thursday, September 26th, only CBS. You always chuckle when I say that.
Maybe I'll get a guest spot on that.
I think you might fit in.
The Crazy Ones.
2-all.
The thing about Nadal is he hits with so much work on the ball that even though his shots tend to be shorter than Djokovic's, Djokovic still has to be beyond the baseline to return them because of the way they kick.
I actually think those are the balls he needs to step in, take earlier. Be ready for those. Take advantage of that. That's where court positioning comes into play.
Net. Second serve.
Because his footwork will be better. It's easier to move on this surface than clay, where you're slipping and sliding, or even grass. And you saw him step inside the baseline, 2 shots in a row and get it done. Do you do that?
That's what Novak is asking right now.
This is a good ball he hits. Watch where that ball bounces. That's about a foot inside the baseline. So that's incredible. Wrist.
Perfectly.
Look at this. And that is out and out. Snapping at the wrist. Flick of the racket. Hurry. That was a late call by the umpire who called it out. Djokovic was going to stop it. He's going to be helped by the fact that Garner called it out. Nadal won't challenge.
So 40-15. Djokovic gets the point. Chase review shows that it was indeed out. Ace from Novak, his third. And there's the hold. On serve at 3-2 in the second set. Championship of America's Grand Slam, the U.S. Open, the 37th meeting between Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. Most times 2 men have played each other in the Open era. Nadal taking the opening set 6-2. Tight second set on serve at 2-3. Nadal serving the far court. From above the clouds, aerial coverage of the 2013 U.S. Open Tennis Championships delivered by the United States Postal Service. From above, Arthur Ashe Stadium. $15 all.
If he could use his foot speed to take that ball on a little earlier, as he did there, Djokovic will be in good shape if he forces Nadal to keep hitting that one-hander. Well, that was just the right shot to hit there. Use the wind to his advantage. Slowly but surely he's working his way into this match. From that position, it was awfully tough for him to win the point unless he hit that ball the way he did, and the crowd is fired up to get Djokovic into this match.
15-30.
That ball's coming into him, but it's also being hit harder. That was 119, so he's clearly hitting his serve harder than he has at in any other match in this tournament. Great play. Nadal didn't see him coming, and he just stormed into the net. And Nadal looks up, here he comes. That's just too good. Simple as that. He's hit a couple great volleys the last couple games. And that's got to make him feel good. Plus the fact the crowd seems to be pulling for him here.
24 shots in that exchange.
That's got to boost the energy level.
Great point.
He's 0 for 2 so far.
Djokovic down a set. This for a 4-2 lead in the second.
Stand up, please. Wow. What was that, a 100-shot rally?
54. This battle is fully joined.
Both going to neutral corners.
Standing 8 count for both of them.
And they threw everything they had at one another. What a point. And Djokovic gets the break. And perhaps feeling new life.
Are you kidding?
54 shots. And look how far they both ran. That's amazing for 1 point.
It was a fairly large point, though.
It was.
Some points are more important than others, but
finally gets himself a real lead here. What a way to do it.
Love to see.
Only the second time he's been broken in his last 89 service games.
Thank you, Buckley.
Second double fault. And after working so hard to earn that break, now Djokovic in a hole at love 30. Men's championship of the U.S. Open. And welcome those of you just joining us here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York. World #1 against #2, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. Nadal won the opening set 6-2. Djokovic just earned a break, but now is behind love 30.
For Djokovic to work so hard to break at least 3 quick points.
Also, Nadal, amazing how he can shrug off something like that and act as if it didn't happen. For another ball to come back. Fortunately, Novak Djokovic was there. First break point save. He hit 2 or 3 balls. That point would have been over against anyone else. He still had to make a pretty tough volley there. That flexibility work comes in handy on shots like that.
Break points saved.
38-40.
Still a third remains.
Casino in that ball. It got up higher than he anticipated there. Wasn't able to put as much on it as he wanted. Last of the 3 break points.
Pro no chances here. Shouting Novak's name.
Novak letting the advantage evaporate. We're back on serve in the second set. 4-3. We're back. Watch Novak Djokovic after that point. Nadal able to break back. Now he screams into his towel. Meanwhile, over in the players' box, they're invited saying, just calm down. You got it. You got it.
Fire up. Calm down. Fire up.
Sort of a mixed message.
More winners now. 21 unforced errors, though. Back on serve at 3-4.
Another backhand error. It's his 9th.
If in doubt, take a step farther out to his left to guard against the wind and the spin. Ball's going to go wide. I mean, the good news for Djokovic is he's playing with the wind now. He should have a good look at this return game.
Nice to know that John Isner is watching this match. He weighs in.
54-shot rallies all the time. What's the big deal there?
Don't think so.
He plays 54-game sets.
138 game sets. Seems like to me he's waiting on the ball to come to him a little bit too much on this side. He's got to be alert enough. He's quick enough, that's for sure. His footwork is normally great. Step a little bit closer. He won't have to take such big swings.
23 unforced errors to 9.
To try to take this ball on a little earlier. Nadal's normally in the 70% range on first serve percentage. He's today around 60. It's because he's going for bigger serves. I don't blame him for doing it either. I think that's what he needed to do. And it's helped him get this lead. So he did a real good job there off the return to do what needed to be done, starting with taking it early inside the baseline, getting the ball he wants there, and that's just what the doctor ordered.
90 miles an hour off the ground, the winner. Deuce. Able to find the consistency that he wants.
That's
Great
just
on one point, and
that's just a neutral ball for him, just looking to get the ball deep. He's really upset that he's mishitted that badly.
Rafa with a big edge in total points, 55 to 45, as they've played 100 points so far.
You can see that wind is pretty nasty out there. Making it tricky again for these two finals, as it did yesterday in the women's final. And when that ball starts getting held up in the wind, you've got to be able to take that on early, as he did there. Do some damage.
Back to deuce.
Well, the good news, too, for him, Novak Djokovic, that is, he's dictating more of these baseline points. Especially now on this side of the court. He's really been able to push Nadal around more than he had the first hour or so. The return to serve that's been a big part of him winning 6 Grand Slams. That's Djokovic. Has not been there consistently enough so far. Some of that credit to Nadal's serving. That's more typical of what you expect to see from Novak.
Djokovic working the point, then breaking it open.
Well, the return was awesome. So it's like a couple inches inside the baseline. That forehand, he's starting to let it go. He's got some serious velocity on this.
Pushing 8 minutes in this game. 13th point upcoming. Three-four deuce in the second set.
He's about ready to explode because he's missed 4 or 5 returns alone in this game. Still has had a good chance to win it. Ball dropped in. That's not, well, I guess that's within the rules. He saw that his lob was short. I think it's a moot point anyway because it looked like he caught the line. That's called. I'm going to lose the point. So let's hope that that ball was wide, which it wasn't.
Chase review. Confirming the call. 5th deuce. With only 1 challenge left, he'll get another if they go to a tiebreak.
That shot up the line is really important for him.
A huge point here for Djokovic. If he's able to break, he'll serve for the set. Trying to level the match at a set apiece.
Like that 55-shot rally, he broke, dumped his own serve, and now to come back and do this would be mighty impressive.
10 minutes into this game.
There, plenty of time.
Boy, is he working the crowd?
5-3.
People on their feet.
Of course, and they should be. It's awesome. Looked like for a second he was going to volley that drop shot. He was in on it so fast.
Great anticipation. Getting there in plenty of time, and right inside the line. Getting some no-lay chance as he serves for the set. Broken already twice in this final.
Not surprising when you're playing the world's best returner.
First point to Nadal.
Well, obviously, you can't afford to let down here. Keep the focus, the intensity. He's hooded by the win. This would be a great time to finish this set off. Level the match. Big serve there.
15-0.
Boy, this is the letdown he had when he broke last time.
He doesn't want that to happen again, that's for sure. Nadal sensing that Djokovic is taking over more of these points and playing against the wind. Try to go for a little too big there. He's not happy with the result, clearly.
Much better job from Djokovic controlling the center of the court in this second set.
You heard his sneakers screeching as he kept himself beautifully balanced, making sure he was tiptoeing around, dealing with that wind. And this is the point to level this match.
A set apiece, and right now let's go to Scott Pelley of CBS News. Novak Djokovic fighting back here in this men's championship of the U.S. Open, leveling the match at a set apiece. Nadal taking the opening set 6-2, and then Djokovic the second 6-3.
Well, I don't think there was a person in this stadium or a fan of the sport that didn't want to see this match extended to at least 4 or 5 sets, or thought that it would be a straight set for either player. And now a best-of-3 set as Novak Djokovic able to lift his game significantly. Very effective there. Taking charge first with that incredible rally, a 54-shot rally, winning that. That was his first break, and then after losing serve to hang as tough as he did. That's why he's been ranked #1 in the world for 2.5 years now. does not want to give up that ranking, and it will happen shortly after this event unless he wins this match.
Numbers in the match after 2 sets.
Look at him.
Well, that first serve percentage of both guys pretty strong. Again, windy conditions. Djokovic's level of play, as you all can see, is clearly risen
5
dramatically and necessarily to deal with Nadal.
5 service breaks in the first 2 sets.
Not surprising. Look at that angle. What a return. Where did that come from?
It looked like it jammed him, and he fought it off and came through with a great angle.
Look at this.
Look at him.
That should have worked better, that serve.
Don't think twice about hitting that one again. It looked from the shot that he actually wanted to hit that angle. It's hard to believe he wanted to cut it that close. That ball looked a little long, and it won't be challenged by Nadal. He decides after looking at his coach and among others to challenge.
So we'll have a chase review.
What did he look at? His manager, his coach, his father, his mother?
It was out.
His trainer,
The queen.
the queen, his girlfriend. It's a hard choice. One of them was going to say challenge. Lost it, love 40.
Triple break point down.
A lot of people to look at in that box. That's a break.
At love.
So that's 3 in a row after having not broken. That is the guy who makes serving miserable when you play him.
What a turnaround this has been for Novak Djokovic after winning that second set. Starts the third with a break. Hot start for Rafa. Got the early break in the match. Took the first set 6-2. This is part of that 54-shot rally. It was remarkable. Almost every level it goes to Novak Djokovic. Helped him win the set.
Helped him win a lot of fans, too.
And then he starts the third set with a break.
You would think that this crowd was a bit pro-Nadal when it came out, but it switched allegiances. Handed to Novak for using the crowd effectively and his effort, which has made the fans appreciate what he's doing out there even more. First time he's had a lead, a real momentum in his favor. Time I've seen Nadal slightly weary. And that is a hard thing, unbelievably hard thing to do. He's just sort of reached for the last couple shots in this rally. Doesn't even go for this one. Djokovic has got the win behind him now. So this is a real chance to take the, maybe even possibly a double break lead.
Nadal doesn't get around on that. It's wide. 30 love.
Some exceptional tennis from Djokovic at the moment. All types of pressure now on Nadal to answer.
serve, fourth ace. 121 miles an hour, perfectly placed. 40-15.
He senses this moment, obviously. He does not want to get careless here. He wants to make Nadal earn every point. Because you better believe this guy's going to try to find his way back in this match. And there's plenty of time to do it. When he moves forward, that ball's it's makeable. Could have been put away, but he hit it right back to Rafa. He just reached for that. He didn't have much of a shot there. Nadal's the one that ran out of gas a little bit there.
And Nadal wasn't playing so much defense, was he, at the beginning of this match? He was dictating. And again, Djokovic, John, really doing a nice job controlling the middle of the court.
29 shots in that last exchange. Rafa trying to answer the early break here in the third set. Djokovic with a point to hold for 2-love.
That ball clips off the side of the line. There's the hold. Perfect serve again.
And now Djokovic with the momentum. 45 years ago today, Arthur Ashe, an amateur and a lieutenant in the U.S. Army, wins the U.S. Open to become the first African-American man to win a major singles title. He defeated Tom Ocker in that final. The first tournament of the Open era for professionals and amateurs. A groundbreaking moment, and now inside the stadium that bears his name. Nadal with work to do.
All of a sudden, a really big game for Nadal here to get on the board. Tough sledding at the moment. He's really getting pushed around. Points are being dictated by the #1 seed. This man. You can see why he is so exceptionally difficult to beat on any surface, but particularly this one. His ball seems to have more of an impact now. His movement has gotten better as this match has gone on. Look at that, that's in. absolutely no way that Nadal could have hit that serve any better than he just hit it. It's the perfect serve, slicing away from Djokovic. How he got that in, he hit the line. Incredible get by him.
And Nadal serving behind again. 15-30.
No one's broken Nadal all summer 3 times. Djokovic trying to do it for a 4th time.
There's another line.
And Rafa trying to get himself fired
Now
up.
they're starting to help, trying to get on his side.
30 over.
One of the reasons why he's undefeated on hard courts this year is because of his net play. He may start going there more often. 9 for 13 for the day. I don't agree with the 15-day format, of the event, but I want to commend the USTA for finally deciding to give these 2 guys, the semifinal winners, an extra day of rest, because you can see the difference it makes in their legs. It's the first time that I can recall. I've been here 35 years. First came here to Flushing Meadow in 1978.
This is a crazy level of tennis. Just like Djokovic could fight off that body serve and take control of that rally is remarkable.
Well, you're watching defense that's never been exhibited at this level, and then both of them able to turn to some incredible offense as well. Anywhere in the court, these guys can hit a winner.
Deuce.
That's it.
Djokovic hungry for another break. Brilliant return. Break point.
He said he knew how to play Rafa in the interview after the semifinals, and boy, it sure looks like it right now.
Trying to go for a 4th straight break.
Such small margins for these 2 men on the court. Nadal, Novak Djokovic, second deuce.
He's pumping the fist still. It hasn't gone well for the better part of 30, 40 minutes for Nadal. but he's always gives you 100%.
How about in the last fraction of a moment where he moved his grip around? Watch this. And just feathers it over the net for the winner. Oh, man. These two both possess such great variety as well. As we hit the 2-hour mark, we're seeing every shot they've got. That's what happened in their remarkable Australian Open final that went just shy of 6 hours. They played their best ball in the 4th and 5th set.
He had to fight hard for the hold. This is turning into a war. Back after word from the local CBS station. Spectacular evening here in New York for this men's championship. What a battle this has become. Djokovic down early, dropped the opening set, came storming back. Nadal fighting hard to hold in his previous service game. And now Djokovic serving at 2-1. Unable to get that second break. Again, late arriving crowd waiting for everybody to get situated. O'Donnell and Charlie Rose among those in attendance. Beckham is here, doing his best John McEnroe impression.
Very funny. We often get mistaken for each other.
2-1, love 15.
Surprise tactic didn't work there. Djokovic had the chance, the break point chance. Nadal is going to try to use that momentum, that effort, to get it back going his way. Yeah, certainly had it been a big boost for him, so Djokovic is going to have to keep his focus, intensity sky high the way he has the last 30-40 minutes.
And he's right on the baseline, isn't he? Looking to take the ball early, hit anything that comes just a little short.
Well, that is absolutely what he has to do, and he's been doing it. That's why he's winning now. Another example there.
And right now, Rafa doesn't seem to have an answer. Dead even in total points, 70 each. But Novak up a break, all even at a set apiece.
We keep talking about that match in Australia, deservedly so, almost 6 hours. 7-5 in the fifth, that was Djokovic winning. Surprising that since then, and that's included a lot of missed time by Nadal, that he's won 5 of their last 6 matches. That's what the doctor ordered for Djokovic, a quick hold.
So 3-1, took 5 sets, 5 hours, 53 minutes to decide the winner in Melbourne. Novak overcame a break in the fifth to come back and win it 7-5 against Rafa, the longest Grand Slam singles final in tennis history. Went well into the morning and lasted so long that during the trophy presentation, they actually had to bring out chairs. They were trying to lean up against the net, and they couldn't hold themselves up. So they were sitting on folding chairs.
Luckily, they could bring IVs out.
It was really something. And played at such a high level throughout. It was really remarkable. 1-3.
so much court any human being can cover. As Djokovic pushed him from one side to the other, back to the other. 3 great balls by Novak Djokovic. He's really playing at the top of his game right now.
Djokovic is down to the ball on the right serve.
Ball looked like it was the perfect serve again. Nadal's not playing badly by any means. Believe me, he's playing well.
Chase review.
It's a sign of his toughness that after losing that heartbreaker in Australia, that he's been able to turn around
Has 2 challenges remaining.
the most recent matches. Admittedly, most of those on clay, nonetheless impressive.
Players with 2 challenges remaining in this set.
Strong service game from Nadal.
Use an easy hold.
Yeah, exactly. He's not served a single ace yet, nor has he double faulted.
Nadal with the hold. Djokovic still up a break at the 3rd, level at a set apiece. Novak Djokovic trying to protect this 1-break lead here in the 3rd set. Men's championship of the U.S. Open. 1 against 2.
And the match that will determine the #1 ranking in my book for the year is this one. You certainly can't ask for anything more. We're living up to the hype here.
The shot he wanted. Jumps it into the net. Love 15.
He didn't have to angle this off as much as he thought he did. Of course, you got to always respect Nadal's defense and speed. He had moved to his backhand side. He tried to cut it a little too close there.
1 unforced errors against 30 winners for Djokovic.
Going back, basically hitting the same shot, but hit it a little safer. Once he kick it up high, Nadal was not able to do much with it. I wonder if he'll make the adjustment and try to step in a little closer off that second serve return. Take it earlier. He seemed to have given up a lot of court off that return, but somehow he managed to get it to drop just inside the baseline.
Edward Norton in the house. .1530. Shot.
Believe it or not, that's a pretty safe shot for him. He's able to go over the lower part of the net. He's sitting in his strike zone. It's below the shoulders. He's able to generate a lot of pace.
95 miles an hour on the winner.
Use the core area, the legs. Control it with the wrist and the arm. Good play. 30 all. Nadal had a forehand. He wanted to take that up the line and do more damage. He didn't hit it too cleanly and then totally mishit that backhand. Djokovic's last serve that win that point is hardest of the match up at 127.
Deuce. We're even at 3.
Sheer fight got him that break back.
Coming in 2 weeks to CBS. Get ready for a new thriller from executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Dylan McDermott and Toni Collette star in Hostages. Premieres Monday, September 23rd, only CBS. Already with 34 unforced errors, came in averaging just under 28. Nadal has broken back with level at 3 and a set apiece.
Two camps have been there before, that's for sure. This is 2:18 into a match. And the last time they played major, there was 9-7 in the 5th at Roland Garros, so you can imagine that took a while. And almost 6 hours in Australia. Nadal challenges that look long, so they know there could be hours more of this.
Chase review, and it was out. Stay in the point. And he misses wide. 40 love.
He'd come in behind something good. He'd stretch Nadal so far wide.
Why did he hit it right back to him there?
Oh, boy.
Paid the price. Another swing of momentum. Djokovic not long had a chance to go double breakup. Look up at that scoreboard in a second and see that he's behind again.
The hold on serve. Third set. We'll return after this word from your local CBS station. We're back. Watch Rafa.
Yeah, we know he's a little... Watch this. He won't step on the lines. There is just no way. We've seen him with the water bottles at the end, and he's got all these ticks and things, but there is no way he steps on the lines.
You win that much, you keep these going. It gets crazy.
Fine.
Djokovic with the first point. Yeah, 3-4 in the third. Rafa won the opening set 6-2. Djokovic coming back in the second. Djokovic was up a break in the third, but Rafa has leveled it. Beautiful serve, 118 miles an hour, perfectly placed, his 6th ace.
Well, the good news is he's not down a break. He's just, so keep my composure. Yeah, it was a bad streak. Yes, I should be up in this set, but yes, I can still win it.
Serving percentage by set, 78% in the third set for Novak Djokovic, serving very well.
It shows you how unimportant that can be, because if you see Nadal was up, his highest set was his second, he lost that.
Better court advantage from Djokovic for so much of this last hour of the match. He's got Nadal reacting instead of creating. Moving so much better, isn't he, John? No, Djokovic.
Absolutely correct.
So for all Sunday, the Battle of the Mannings headlines an NFL on CBS doubleheader. In early action, the Eagles host the Chargers, plus other regional action. It all begins with James Brown and Company on the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines. Manning boys combined for about 900 yards and 11 touchdowns in week one, as you see the beautiful skyline of Manhattan all lit up now. Evening has arrived, and we're all even, set apiece, and 4-all in the third.
Incredible touch and composure by Djokovic there. To come up with that play.
It's a heartbreaker for Nadal because he had scrambled well.
First the drop shot. He moves in. He can see the slice coming. I mean, how good is that? And he did not expect that to come and land over his head just inside the baseline. What a first point.
15 winners in this set, only 2 for Rafa of 15. Rafa cannot keep his feet.
He's okay, but that's very rare. Bounces right back up. The guy was going to do anything to try to get this ball back. Look at him. Slips that little bit, desperately trying to get his feet back under him.
Never stops looking at the ball, yeah.
Look, if you're not going to try, just get out of here. Unbelievable.
You gotta love it.
Meanwhile, Djokovic now with a love 30 lead, and this could be a huge point in the match.
He caught the line. There's the return we're talking about with this guy. I mean, that is, imagine you hit a serve, you get yourself ready, you look down on the court, look where that ball bounces. Consistently can do that.
Chase review shows that it was good, so triple break point now for Djokovic.
There's another one. But this time you got to be ready for it. You have no choice. Again, Excellent return. Look at that ball. Oh, terrible, I should say. There's a foot inside the baseline. What's wrong with him?
The fans are so energized. This place is absolutely packed right up to the rafters.
Still break point.
Oh, that was close. That was a huge serve. He will challenge that.
The chase review. The ball was called out.
He got his racket on it. Let's see if it's in, first of all, because if it was, they should give him the point.
Chase review shows that it was out.
Just out. Vicious spin. His percentage has dropped because he's got to go for more against Djokovic.
Unbelievable variety of shots.
How good are these things? This is truly amazing.
By the way, I love what Jerry Seinfeld says about the fans. Is why the umpires always telling them to be quiet. Don't the players know they're there? These fans are going crazy, and it's these long rallies that are inspiring the most applause.
Take a look at that. 11, 15 to 20 shot rallies and beyond.
Still a break point, meanwhile.
And a fist bump from Rafa.
First ace, hardest serve of the match.
125. Gets him to deuce. And triple break point down. This is so big. And Rafa knows it. Uncle Tony, vamos.
Djokovic can believe that this game is still going on, that he hasn't gotten this break.
4 straight points for Nadal.
Hand it to this guy. I don't know if anyone else he could still be in this game. Somehow he might win this. Return bounced.
Second deuce.
Don't forget, it's cooling off. It's still windy. These guys are dealing with it admirably.
Such a crucial game. Nadal fighting back. Able to get to neutral from triple break point down. Now game point for 5-4. Djokovic, 40 unforced errors. 17 for Rafa. What a comeback. What a hole for Nadal. 9.5-minute game. 5-4 third set. Men's championship at the Open.
Ready for play. Thank you.
Murmur in the crowd as the players come back out. Djokovic trying to level the set at 5. Rafa trying to break and take a 2-1 lead.
You see the guy on defense using the spin against the wind. Djokovic more on the offensive, flattening the ball out, getting that winner 16 in this set, and he's losing it. He had the break, had a chance for a double break. Lost the serve. Love 40. Somehow Nadal got out of that. I still don't know how.
Finally! What a point. Unbelievable.
The best tennis match of this season was played by these two at the French Open. I think they're trying to exceed it on the hard courts tonight. And they just may. There is so much skill, so much will on Ash Stadium right now. It's palpable.
Sit back and enjoy.
All.
30 all.
Another key moment here. Nadal could be 2 points away from 2-1 lead.
Love, it looked like he kept his composure, and unbelievably, again, it's set point now for Nadal. He didn't think the serve was coming back.
Please. Nadal.
He was triple break point down. Nadal fights back to take the set 6-4 and now has a 2-1 lead. And he knows he is 1 set away from the men's championship at the U.S. Open. Two sets to one. Nadal winning the third set 6-4. Coming back. And this is sort of new in the repertoire of things that started doing.
Tell you, it's working.
Exactly.
How in the world did he win that set? That was one of the all-time efforts there. That's stealing that set. Had no business being able to get this lead at 2-1, but this is what it's at, where we are now. As we approach 8 o'clock in New York, Djokovic is going to have to find a way to, again, lift his intensity, shrug that off, which is pretty darn hard to do right now.
Nadal 1 set away from his second U.S. Open and 13th major. And he will serve to start the fourth set.
I used to play Jimmy Connors. I thought there's no one that could try harder than this guy. Look at Rafa Nadal. It's unbelievable. That is in.
Match numbers after the third set.
The thing is Djokovic for most of that set was controlling it. He had a chance for the double break. He had a chance at 4-all, love 40. Even that last game, 30 love.
Djokovic has to forget that he might have let that slip away.
Easy for us to say.
8 breaks in this match, featuring 2 of the best returners maybe in the history of the game. $15-all. This time, 15:30. Djokovic would love to start this set with a break.
You would think, based on what we just saw, that would be, if nothing else, a serious morale booster. He did play the longer match in the semis, but it's cooled off. Not hot at all here. And there's a tiebreaker in the 5th set. If it does go to the 5th. You only get too cute with the ball that you could rip and hit hard. This is not the great drop shot, especially this. Djokovic, plenty of time to really just take it up the line for the winner. Tough in the wind to pull that shot off. see next?
That one was a mere 28-shot rally. They got a second chance to get this short one right, Djokovic.
Well, this time he had to do it because that ball is so far below the net, he didn't have any other choice. But what a shot. Sliding into that ball.
And Sophia can't believe it.
Neither can we.
Needed to see Rafa lose that point.
Break point. This is important for Novak here.
Trying to start the fourth set with a break, down 2-1. Djokovic for the match, 3 of 10 on break points. Rafa 5 of 8. Deuce. Second break chance. Nadal has had to work really hard to hold serve. For 5 minutes a game, 3.5 a game for Djokovic, and yet it is Nadal with a 2-1 lead. Djokovic will challenge. The call was out. Chase review once again.
If nothing else, it's going to give him a little breather. He's breathing pretty hard right now. Knows how important this early stage of the fourth set is. He makes you earn those volleys. You're going to have to get down awful low. Very hard to know what to do here for Djokovic. He hits what he thought was a pretty good approach shot. That is a tough ball to handle. The type of shot you're going to have to make if you want to beat this guy.
To the open court.
Another game Nadal wins that Djokovic should have won.
Show you what has happened so far in this men's championship. Great start for Rafael Nadal. The early break. He takes set number 1, 6-2. Novak coming back. It's a set point in the second set. Djokovic winning 6-3. Third set. Djokovic down. Triple break point, but then able to win it and take a 2-1 lead. And we've had one rally that was over 50 shots. 54. Plenty of lengthy exchanges between these two great players.
Nadal had the easier time getting to the final. Certainly looks fresh out there. He was getting pushed around for a while, but he's so pumped up right now. He's gotten this lead here. He's going to make life very difficult for Djokovic, unless he can find another gear.
Well, he's already broken Djokovic 5 of 8 times. Djokovic's numbers 3 of 11.
More
pressure
careless,
is on.
Of course, more careless errors like that from Djokovic. There's another one.
Weary, huh?
Mentally, that is more than physically to me.
46 unforced errors, only 18 for Nadal.
I still think he can't believe he lost that third set. And that's weighing on him right now. Nadal is not afraid to move forward. He's an excellent net player. He hit an explosive approach shot there.
Now it's Djokovic, John. Triple break point down. Rafa responded to a similar situation in the previous set. Let's see how Novak handles this. Good start. Saving one break point. And Vida, Novak's longtime coach. Very fortunate.
We got that right. Could use a little luck right about now. He got it there.
Still break point. Great anticipation from Rafa, and he earns the break now early in the fourth set, up 2-1.
Well, that was a phenomenal shot. Djokovic really went after this shot. Nadal moved, guessed right, and saw the opening, but to execute that, that's another story. Incredible effort.
And now Nadal knows it's on his racket. And if he can hold the rest of the set, he'll win the championship.
Djokovic is down 2-1, and a break in the fourth there. Turn that one around.
Unable to get in position to handle that action from Rafa on the serve. 15-all.
He's battling his own mind right now. Nadal just picking up on it, just all over it. And he is relentless.
30-15.
When he senses vulnerability.
The last time these two played a great hard court match was in that Australian Open final we keep talking about. It was almost twice as long as what we've already seen tonight. And the level of tennis was remarkable. I'd say Rafa Nadal has been one half of probably the three greatest matches I've ever seen. The Wimbledon final against Federer in 2008. That Australian Open loss to Djokovic. This year's French win over Djokovic.
40-15.
I think the best match I've ever seen on a grass court, a hard court, and a clay court starred this guy.
Djokovic is really reeling right now.
There's the hold. 3-love. We'll return with more after this word from your local CBS station. Coverage of the U.S. Open on CBS Sports is sponsored by Cadillac, Prudential, Heineken, and by Xerox. Beautiful Unisphere standing outside the entrance to the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, a remnant from the 1964 World's Fair. It was the fulcrum for the World's Fair that year, but fits so beautifully into the design here as Novak Djokovic serves at love 3, down 2-1.
That ball looked wide, number one, but Nadal hit it for a winner anyway. Look at this defense. He saw that coming. You could see it was well wide. Djokovic barely sat on the changeover. He has got some very negative energy out there right now. He's trying to slow himself down, gather himself. He must win this game.
15-all.
All-time Grand Slam titles on the men's side. Roger with 17, Pete with 14, and Rafa inching his way up the list.
I know Pete thought when he won this and retired 2002, as we look at my idol, Rod Laver, 2-time slam winner. Good to see him here. Now they're pulling for Novak. That he didn't think anyone was going to catch him for a long time. Maybe as long as Emerson had the record. Now maybe two guys.
Yeah.
Not one, 2 if Nadal would be only 1 behind.
There's the hole for 3-1. A lot of people thought because Rafa plays that grinding physical game that he might not have the same kind of window of opportunity that Roger has had. But
Well, particularly when he missed this event last year. The knee looked to be a big problem. He missed Australia this year.
It's hard to believe him when he says he doesn't like hard courts, because he's pretty good on them.
yes, he is. 21-0 this year. (3-1).
This is the side that should be easier for Djokovic to break. A little wind-aided return there. Looks like he may have gathered himself in the nick of time. The crowd wants to see a 5th set.
What a heartbreaker that is for Djokovic.
Tennis has never been played like this.
Was a natural righty. They switched to lefty at a young age. That's the only way I can think that he could hit a ball like this, get enough on it. Use that right hand to his advantage.
That winner came off the 25th shot of that rally.
And Djokovic acknowledges how great that was from Rafa. 15-all.
He doesn't even look like he's breathing hard, Nadal.
Special play from Nadal right now.
30-15.
Again, Novak with no answer to that.
By far the best serving we've seen from Nadal when he really needed in this final.
30-15. 3-1, 4th set. Nadal up 2-1.
Just barely wide, although Nadal, no, he won't challenge. He will challenge.
Nadal comes in the goal on the left center service line. Almost confidence.
Chase review.
Second serve.
Confirms that it was out. Second serve now for Rafa. That may have skidded off the line, and that's why it was, nope, just short. But errant shot from Djokovic. Another unforced error. He's up to 49 now. 40-15. fourth set. 2 games away from the championship. Men's championship of the U.S. Open here on CBS. Novak Djokovic with a mountain to climb. Down 2 sets to 1 and serving now at 1-4.
Another game he has to win. Somehow see if he can use the crowd here to help him before it's too late. Won their respect, and deservedly so. This guy has battled hard, had some incredible moments, really pulled himself together after playing a lackluster first set. Got the second, was leading the third. Every indication is he'd pull that set out. Gotta hope that Nadal's level drops, that he tightens up, trying to finish this #1 player in the world, #1 seed off, and he himself will soon be the #1. And he'll have 2 slams, and it's going to be Rafa Nadal on the top of our sport. He's broken a lot of people's will, and it seems like this guy's right on the edge of the cliff right now.
30 all. Must hold here, or Nadal can serve for the championship. This is wide. And now a break point for a 5-1 lead. And everyone knows how big this is.
It's a shame that with the exceedingly high level that we watched for a good portion of this match, that Novak is letting it all go away rather meekly at the moment. Yeah, it was incredibly tough to overcome that third set. And it really stung when he wasn't able to get that early break the first time Rafa served. And this guy's like a freight train. Nadal now looking to win this for the second time, serve it out.
One game away.
came into this event, Bill, this is a first where every single seeded player in the draw had a losing record against him. He's got a 21-10 career head-to-head edge over Roger Federer. We know about this man, 21-15 coming in, edge to Nadal. Even more dominant against the other players. So quick to move forward and cut that ball off. Looks fresh, as if he was playing in the first set. Another excellent display. Well, everywhere, anything, whatever you threw at him, he could deal with. Served exceptionally well today. Taking more chances, serving harder, bigger, more spin, it appeared. He's broken 7 times, Nadal. Novak, Djokovic, only 3. He has an Olympic gold that Roger Federer does not have. He has 3 Davis Cup titles that Roger has none. It appears to be that will be slam number 13. 1 behind Pete Sampras. How in the world could anyone beat him on clay, you would think? All right. Well, the way he's playing right now, pretty much any surface. So he's going to not play Australia and lose first round of Wimbledon and be our runaway 1. And deservedly so, as we are finally at match point.
He'll have 2 chances for the championship.
What a supreme effort by this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, show respect to the players. Please remain quiet. Thank you.